Hi, everybody. Hi. Okay, thank you for coming back. If you guys are still with me, I'm Jennifer Blythe Nichols. I put over here under my face, it says AKA White Light Mystic. So I just wanted to explain just a little bit that my business name before we even started doing the Two Virgos was White Light Mystic. And that is my business name for when I do my readings or my Reiki sessions. That's my business name. So since this was kind of left in my hands, I think I'll take advantage of the time and do something positive with the little platform that Beck and I created. She's on to other things now. So I'm going to stay here and try to do something positive for the community and for everything around me and try to make it fun. So the first person I want to talk to on my own as the White Light Mystic Live is my good friend, beautiful woman, Reverend Kayla Ray.
Oh,
hello.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you're here. Good upbeat energy, and I'm sure you're going to be it's all the crystals. So Reverend Kayla is also the owner of Beyond Earth Healing, which I post about a lot. I always share her posts that show her beautiful crystals. I have a bunch of them. I have a curio cabinet right here that has a whole bunch of crystals. The room that I'm in has a whole bunch of crystals, and I got most of them from Reverend Kayla.
Some of your candles have them in them.
What, have crystals?
The absinthe ones.
Oh, yeah, we were selling the absinthe candles along with a little bag of crystals. And we had a hard time even selling the absinthe ones because we couldn't advertise them because Facebook kept kicking the name absinthe back out. So
of course.
I started just calling them fairy dusted sugar cubes is how I started calling them. So if you see my background here, that's my business logo. Well, that's a business card for our candle business with my telephone number, which you can also call for,
so we have
arranging. Oh, we got Loki. So tell everybody a little bit about you, because I'm sharing my screen with you. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that you're going to be here a lot with me because you're so interesting. You have so many awesome things to talk about.
I'm getting a tail in the face. Sorry. The joys of live. I'm getting a tail in the face.
At least it's a cat. Could be worse.
Right? Exactly. Very much worse. I don't know. I don't know that I'm that interesting.
You're so interesting. You're one of the most interesting people I know.
Well, thanks. I don't know where to start. I guess with I also do reading work and healing work. I'm not Reiki certified. But I do energy work just strictly divinely guided by angels, guides, different spirit. I work with like a team of spirit natives, other planetary things sometimes when need be. Just kind of whatever comes through. Readings kind of always been a natural thing. Some paranormal work, which has been pretty slow lately with COVID. No fun investigations going on. But some still like private case things happening with that. Spiritual counseling classes. I do a few different classes, like a protection class. I worked on putting together a healing course, but I'm kind of restructuring that before I even got it off and ready to go. I decided I wanted to change some things with it, so it'll still be coming. Just and of course now with COVID, everything else is slowed down too, so it's kind of hard to get a group together for classes right now.
Yeah.
I do a painting class. We've done the fairy class. Well, like workshop, I guess is a better way to put it. We did like a fairy meditation and plants and painted flower pots, and I think it was like around Mother's Day, right? Like that we.
It was around Mother's Day, yeah, because we were painting them with Mother's Day pictures to give them as gifts, and then we planned on doing the one this year that we're in right now for, I think it was this past Mother's Day. We were gonna do it, and I have aloe plants all over the house now because we were going to replant the aloes. So I have all kinds of little aloe plants that are really growing pretty good, probably because I'm intending on giving them away. So they're on their best behavior for me. But anytime I tried to do anything with aloe plants for myself, they didn't really do too good. But I found out
pretty good. The one
probably,
you gave me?
well, that room that you're in, you're surrounded by crystals. So there's that. That's a good thing. And I found out that they really like to be under blue light.
Oh, that explains it, because mine's by my TV. I have it in the living room because the message,
Yep.
you wrote me a message on the pot. So I had it between the window and the TV. So it either gets daylight or the TV light. So that would probably be why it's doing so good.
Yep. That's exactly
we all know
right.
I'm pretty good at killing plants, and that one's doing really well.
It's all about the photosynthesis.
I try really, really hard, but I'm not very good at plants.
Yeah, aloes are really hard. They're really hard. Either you overwater them or under, I'm thinking that they're supposed to be not watered because they're, is a succulent the same? Is a cactus a succulent? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, they're, well, it's the same family, I believe.
Oh, okay. Well, I figured they didn't want to be watered, and unfortunately, a few of them sacrificed their lives because they were dead. Well, I didn't think you wanted water.
Well, that's what I did. And I'm like, oh, it looks pretty droopy. And then I like squished it a little, and it felt like kind of spongy. I'm like, oh, maybe that needs to be water. And then I kind of like firmed back up. So I'm like, huh. So now I just like pinch it when it when it looks a little sad. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it needs water.
Yeah, but, you know what? I keep a lot of them in my bathroom because I figure at least they'll get steam. If I forget to water them, they'll get steam. They'll get something. So there was that. So we are both very into divination and readings and all things mystical and all of that. But so I want people to know all about how did you get into collecting the crystals and selling them?
I honestly used to not be a huge crystal fan. Since I was a little kid, I loved rocks, like literally rocks. But just pick them up everywhere. My mom hated taking me on walks because I always had to pick up the rocks everywhere we went. Like a 5-minute walk because I had to talk to all the rocks and pick up rocks and all that stuff. I really wasn't so much into the crystal part, especially for healing. I was just kind of like, they're nice, they're cute, I like them. I like colorful, sparkly things. So that was more my thing with them. And then I just kind of started gravitating towards them more. I met my friend. Can I give like a little shout out to my?
Of course, absolutely.
So my friend Melissa Wiles in Ohio, she owns the shop Goddess Elite near the Cleveland area. So when I met her doing some events for her, I met her event up here and then kind of decided to go to her shop and do some events, and it went really well. And I started like checking into them more. I'm like, this is kind of cool. I kind of like these, and holding different ones that you don't usually get to see. And then I ended up going to Arizona with her 2 years ago, and also went just this past year. And just it's incredible how many things are out there you don't really get to see. So that's when I brought back a lot of selenite because people like selenite. And I had those giant lamps, and
I got this. I got my selenite bowling ball sitting right here.
Yeah, I got one up right there. One of the huge ones. You can't tell how big it is up there because those selenite towers are huge. They're over 1 foot tall.
Yeah.
So I brought like those home. They're like the normal, like a lot of people like them. And I'm surprised how much the markup is for them around here because people charge a lot more than I charge for them, and I can't believe like holy cow, I can't believe I don't know. I couldn't justify charging or spending that much on them, honestly. But it was really neat to bring back stuff that you don't usually get to see, and I got to hold it first, and that was kind of neat. So I just kind of started getting more into them and realized even if I didn't feel drawn to them, sometimes they help other people.
Yeah.
Which is the bigger picture, right? Not about us, it's about who we're helping and how.
Yep.
But there's definitely some that I've really gravitated towards. Just personally, that I just was like, okay, so they do have their purpose. And that kind of led to me also my product, the Crystal Remedies, which works like a homeopathic remedy, but also like crystals, because homeopathic remedies work off of vibrations. And basically crystals are all different vibrations from all around the world. So I kind of, I would stick in my bra or do things like all of us women do. I'm not sure what guys do with them. Don't really need to.
Rocks where the rocks are.
Right. It's like the guy that looks really attractive walking by is like, it's just a sack of rocks. It's not. nothing to get excited about. But I would like have them on the sides of my bra, and at the end of an event, like go to adjust my bra, and they go bouncing all over the place. I'm like, okay, well, this is awkward. I'll go get those. So I asked her what was a better way to do it, and flying, because I've flown out of state a few times for things. Driving, not a big deal. Flying, TSA does not really know what to make of crystals, pendulums, and dowsing rods. You definitely get done it a few times. You get questioned a lot. Luckily, I didn't have one of the, crystals with me.
Oh, yeah. Speaking about a man having a crystal in his pants.
Right?
I think you should show that.
I don't have it with me. I'll have to do it another time. I am going to, I don't know if I ever showed you pictures of it. Down at our land, we have a penis tree. Like, literally, the root grows straight out of the trunk of this tree, and it looks like a penis. So I took all of those down because I wanted to take pictures, like the whole little thing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Ladies really enjoy them. They get some entertainment out of them.
I carry mine. The one that I got from you, the one you gave me, is in my lunchbox right now. I carry it because it's a crystal.
Yeah,
it's a rose quartz crystal. Yeah. So I carry it at work with me so that it helps me feel good. I'll hold on to it at lunchtime and stuff. Right. So I'm, rubbing it. But it serves a purpose because.
Yeah, it's crazy how quick they sell because, like, girls will come and get them for, like, bachelorette parties or a friend that's getting married or just, like, to cheer up a friend. It's kind of like, I bought just a couple, and of course I brought some back for my friends the first year because, I don't know, they were entertaining to me.
They are entertaining.
So I don't, I had to be appropriate.
I was just talking about them last night, actually. I was having a discussion with a couple of ladies last night who were asking is there such a thing about a big, giant, penis-shaped crystal? And I said, actually, there is. I've seen them. And
in Arizona, in Tucson, there was ones that were bigger than me. Like, no joke. They were, like, literally, like, 6 feet tall.
That were shaped like that?
They were very girthy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, they were, you can't even, like, I'm not.
Oh, my God.
Like, they were, I mean, I'm not skinny. They were bigger around than me, and they were taller than me.
That's
I don't know what
that
movie. Do with it.
Huh? That's like a Clockwork Orange. Did you ever see that?
I don't think I don't know. It sounds familiar. Probably if I watched it again, I would.
I personally don't like it, but it's a cult classic. I don't like it because it's very violent and there's a purpose to the movie. It's kind of like a moral and stuff, but it's kind of old. Malcolm McDowell is in it, and it's got like a famous director, Scorsese, maybe. I don't know. Somebody famous, bunch of famous people. And it's very violent, but it all revolves around this man who's violent and he like rapes people and stuff. And I just remember that there were pillows that were shaped like big phallic things and statues in the house that were big phallic things. And the whole movie was just bizarre. You might like it. My daughter Brittany loves it. It's her favorite movie.
I feel like somebody else was just talking about it over this past weekend, and I was only with my family, so somebody was talking about it, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen it or not, but
yeah, if you see it, you'll laugh. Yeah, probably. It's not my cup of tea. There's a part in there where he's got to have his eyes. The main guy, our hero, who's not a hero, but anyways, he has to have his eyes held open with these metal things that are holding his eyes open, and he has to watch violent, horrible movies with killings and all this stuff to very loud Beethoven music because they're trying to reverse his I don't know, craving to be violent, apparently. Gotcha. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, off on that tangent, sorry. So yeah, you watch that, you might like it, but you'll laugh because
off on a tangent, never.
No, not us on a tangent. Oh my God, like never. I was telling Katie about that. I said, it'll be really fun having Kayla there as long as we don't, go off giggling because we get on these giggling things where
we just went from like mediumship to paranormal to phallus crystals, and
this is true.
Like 5 minutes.
True. In 5 minutes. See, that's where our brains go.
Hey,
hey. We're women. We have the prerogative. We're women. We can do that.
Right. So what do you want to talk about besides phallus crystals?
let's talk about the crystals that you have there. So the ones over your shoulder, which the way I know we're reversed. So is that your left shoulder? Yeah, that was. So what are
My right
those?
shoulder.
Can you pull
These
one
are
down?
actually mostly mine right now because I took all the other ones. I'm just working on a whole nature-y photo shoot right now. I don't know if you saw some of the ones I did at Sculpture Park, and
Yeah.
just they wanted fresh air like the rest of us, so I took them. Yes, I took them hiking. They need to be recharged and energized, so I took them with me.
Yeah, they need the sun.
But more than that, the ones that I'm selling, I'm actually going to I'm going to be doing a little photo shoot for them at my land, just with the crick and the trees and all that stuff, just to recharge them a little bit. But yeah, I can bring some down because a lot of these I do have other ones of.
And Loki went away. Where'd Loki go?
He is sitting here staring at us from the other room.
Aw. Hi, Loki.
Trying to think. These I have a few of too. So I have some Shiva Stones. Shiva, whoop, wrong way.
I love
Shiva different. There we go. A few different sizes. I had a lady come and bought all the really big ones that I had. I had some that were like huge. But I had a lady come and buy all of those, so I now just have like a little bit smaller ones. I have necklace size ones, like itty bitty pendant ones. And some medium sized ones too. This one's pretty cool. I mentioned before I do some extraterrestrial type work, planetary work, universal things. This is a zebra onyx, and it's really good for people that struggle with being on Earth or feel like they don't fit in. This giant one is mine because we all know I'm kind of like a mutant, a mutant mishap on Earth. So, so this one I have a really big one, but I have a couple smaller ones here too, because I know a few other people like that. And this one's actually one of my tigers, my personal tiger's eye sphere.
Oh yeah,
a little bit of a clear on him, but they're pretty heavy. I have a couple of those big selenite spheres like you have too.
Yeah.
They weigh a ton, but I can grab those.
So are you selling either of the ones, like the first one you showed me, that onyx? Are you selling that one, or that's your own personal one?
That one is mine, but I have two smaller ones just like it. I have this.
Really?
This is one of my favorites. This one always reminds me of you for some reason. You can't really see how pink it is. This is a pink calcite, and it's just like really sparkly and pink and really pretty.
That's pretty.
It's really hard to tell in here unless you know what? Maybe if I don't know if that will help light it up or no.
Maybe if you put it up by your face.
No. But
yeah, maybe if you just hold it back from your face, like up here, like you're displaying it.
I think it's really sparkly and like pretty translucent, so I think the light's just kind of going through it and making it look just white because it's just
very awesome. So what is that? What is calcite?
Actually, wait, nope, this one's a howlite. Sorry, I have the calcite's the other one.
So I think I have one of these. Howlite. Yeah, I have howlite on this little stick that you made.
Yes.
The middle one is a howlite?
Yep, that's howlite. This is halite, and those are the white's howlite.
Oh, okay.
There's so many that sound very similar to each other, but yeah, so a lot of those. I have these really awesome. I kind of forgot about these guys. These little animals too. Yeah, I'll grab a Buddha.
Yep, I have a black onyx cat that I bought from you that you brought back from Arizona.
I still have some of those guys too.
They're very cute.
These are titanium quartz, so they change color like in the light. They're kind of neat. There's some tigers and wolves, but I like them because they have all my favorite colors in them.
So, and you're selling these, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to create a banner for you
you have one of these. It's the Bloodstone Wolf.
Yes. I think I have him right behind me. Yes, I do. Oh, let's see. So I got this from you. That's a little, what is he? He's a wolf, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and he was Bloodstone because we were trying to find you Bloodstone. And that's all I could find.
Yeah.
And then the last day,
chakra.
The last day, our last stop, I finally found Tumbled. Yeah,
So are
I like
they
it.
individually priced or
Yeah.
are they pretty much the same?
They're individual. Just because I have a couple different sizes of them, so it kind of goes by size of them.
Okay.
And
I
this
don't
little
remember how
Buddha.
much I paid for him. What's that?
He's a Buddha, but he's not really showing up. There we go. There he's kind of showing up. I got an aventurine one and a carnelian one and a quartz one, but yeah, he's a traveling Buddha.
Oh, aventurine, I love. That's on my little stick here too.
Yep. Yeah, I think he has. I can't remember. Aventurine, rose quartz, and amethyst and howlite on there.
Let's see. Let me put this back. I have my Reiki session stones behind me, but I just want to show that. So if anybody's interested in one of these, how many do you have of these left?
I think 3 of those. I have a bear too.
Oh,
So I think they're like 12 to 18, depending on.
and Christmas is coming.
It is, yeah.
Christmas is coming.
I also have a Merlinite one, or Indigo Gabbro, depending on. Stop it. Loki's trying to get the video here, climbing up the back of the chair. So I have the Indigo Gabbro or Merlinite elephant, and with the trunk up, of course, for good luck.
Right.
And a sphere of that. I just don't have those here either. So, yeah, I have a whole huge box down at our land waiting to get photographed.
But they're being recharged. So then when people get them, they're going to be all ready and they'll be nice and happy.
Yep.
Do you have any more of these sticks that you made?
I do. I have 2. Do I have any of those? Nope, I took them down there too. I have 2 of those left.
These
Each
are
one's
awesome.
unique. Yeah,
I
each one
took
has a
this
different side
one.
crystals on
When did I get this? Last summer? When did I get this? I
it.
don't
I think
remember.
so. Last year for your birthday, I think.
Was it?
Right? Birthday
Okay.
or Christmas. Birthday or
So
Christmas.
this one spoke to me. I really like this one. I sit here with it. I think you gave this to me as a gift, didn't you?
Yeah, I think, but I can't remember if it was your birthday or Christmas. So I don't know.
I don't remember. But I sit here with it. It's always right in front of my laptop. So a lot of times I'll just sit here and I'll be playing with them. If you watch the videos, you'll see me playing with it because the aventurine for some reason speaks to me. So I rub on it like it's a hagstone. So I just do that. So it's selenite with these little ones are peridot, which is my birthstone, August, and rose quartz, this
It's so
howlite.
confusing, isn't it?
I know, because it's backwards, and this aventurine. So do you know what the different stones mean?
Those I put together specifically for healing and a lot of emotional work. A lot of people use howlite to deal with angelic work and overall balance. And yep, there's a. He just hopped right up there.
Oh, there's Loki.
Yep, he's checking things out, I guess. I think he's into the selenite too. That's what he's looking at. He's looking at the selenite wands back there.
They're very attractive.
So what else was on there? The aventurine, good for drawing money, emotional healing. Rose quartz, good for emotional healing, love, peace. So kind of they all have similar purposes.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the purpose for that one.
I love this. I love it. I just sit here all the time, and it's usually either in my hand or my hand's on it. I'm just constantly touching it when I'm sitting here at my little table. I love it. Nice. That one and this fluorite, but I didn't get the fluorite from you. Fluorite's expensive.
It is. I have a few of those here. Oh no, I have a couple of them here. But I have the like obelisk shaped ones, like smaller point or obelisk type.
I did get one from you.
In Arizona. Yeah. There. Yours was handpicked for you. You gave me a list, and I handpicked a whole group of items for you.
Yay! So let's see.
Yeah, I was absolutely in love with yours. Like when I found that because of how rich the purple was in it, I'm like, oh my god, this is so her.
Let me get it. Because I think it's right here. It's in my. Oh, I have the kitty here. I have that here. Oh, I have little selenites. I got a bunch of stuff that you gave me here. Here, let me grab them. So they, let me grab them that way. You can, hopefully some people will like these as much as I love these, and they can go from the safety in your home to go to somebody else's home. So this one I got from you. This is my amethyst.
Yes.
That was sitting on your shelf for a
so
long
happy
time.
I know. I
was
was like, I didn't want to separate from it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy it went to you, because otherwise it'd probably be here, because I loved it too. So
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. So but you have other amethysts for sale, right?
I have more like clusters now. Instead of like the big point, because those are, I mean, a lot of people just don't want to spend that kind of money on them.
And that's fluorite
in this area anyway. Yeah. I'll grab the other fluorites.
Love, love, love the fluorite. So this is one of the fluorites, a little obelisk. No stickers, nothing. She brings home the best stuff from Arizona for her little shop.
I guess I did not get them. I took them with me.
Little selenite towers. Look at this. It looks like it's glowing, and there's not even a light in it. It's solid. Solid.
Yeah, I have a few of those too here. Those lamps.
Yeah.
Here's one. The
lamps are stunning.
Just an idea of how big the spheres are. They're two-handed.
Let me grab my sphere too. And I have it sitting with my crystal singing bowl, and I probably shouldn't do that. I didn't think I would be getting up this much. So here's the selenite sphere.
I was just thinking that too. I'm like, I was not planning on getting up.
Look at how beautiful. So Kayla sells these. Kirby sells these.
Yep. Yes.
And
I have two of those left.
Two of these left. Are they individually priced, or are they the same price for all of them?
They're each, let me check.
This is such a good, this would be like the most perfect 40.
Yeah.
This would be such an awesome Christmas gift for, people who collect crystals and crystal stones in your local. So
yeah, I think you have like the medium sized one. So yours might have been a little bit, but the two that I have left are like, they're really big. They're huge.
Yeah,
so
mine is like
in between.
Yeah, mine's like a grapefruit. So I have that, and then here's the little cat that you were talking about. And mine has a stripe on it.
Yep.
Yep, I love her. And she is onyx, yes?
Yes. Yeah, and there was one with a stripe on it, so that one was set aside for you.
Yay. And this one I love. It's my little skull, and the reason that I wanted the skull, I'm not attracted to skulls at all. I know a lot of people like the sugar skulls and stuff. I'm not really attracted to skulls normally, but I know you love them. But this guy is helping me stay healthy. In fact, I can feel it as I'm holding him. So because I have neurological problems, having multiple sclerosis, so I wanted him to help me promote brain health, because he's a picture of a perfect skull, perfectly healthy. And also, wow, that just made the trigeminal neuralgia pain in my face go away.
I think you should sleep with him tonight.
I think I should too. Wow, as soon as I picked him up. So I have, in case anybody doesn't know, and I see all the comments here. I'm gonna grab the comments. Thank you guys for watching. But I have nerve damage all through the side of my face here, and it's very painful at times. And it's called trigeminal neuralgia, which is a trigeminal nerve, means that nerve's all messed up. So that means trigeminal neuralgia means you're all effed up. But this guy I got, so he's amethyst. He's full amethyst. Yep. So yeah, I'm sleeping with him.
The only other skulls that I have right now, I have little itty bitty soapstone ones, and I have the little, where's his face? These ones are that titanium quartz that kind of changes colors.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to tell in here, but I have two.
So awesome.
Different shaped, but A lot of them I
Very
have pictures
cool.
of on Instagram and Facebook on the Beyond Earth Healing pages, just more close up type things. These have been another huge favorite besides the lamps, but I have angels. So
oh yeah, the angels are pretty.
A little more. They reflect light really well, so it's kind of hard to show them.
Hi, Facebook user.
Hi, Facebook user.
Hi, Facebook user.
And then this style of angel too. All the little guys sold out, but yeah, it's really hard to find polished, shaped, carved selenite because it is so delicate and intricate and very brittle. When you have raw bars of it or the towers of it, it's you can get splinters from it. You're not supposed to get it wet. The polished selenite like these, you're still not supposed to get wet. However, they're smooth. You can touch them. You can, rub them if you want to. The wands are like that too. The spheres are obviously polished, but it's really hard to find.
Do you have any more of these?
Yeah, I have those from like $5, those little itty bitty ones that you got a couple of years, I think a year or two ago.
Yeah, I got a little itty bitty one there, and I have this one. I still have a couple little, because I was giving them away for Christmas presents for a minute, and then I was like, I'm keeping the rest because I can't part with them. Once I get them, I can't part with them. And then David saw them, but it looks like it's electric.
Yeah, they do. They really nicely reflect light. I have candle holders like that too, a few different sizes. I'm just going to see. I actually use the candle holders. The big sphere I have actually sitting. I can get a smaller example. I use one of the candle holders to hold the selenite just because it kind of looks nice. I kind of like it instead of just like the holders for the spheres, those little plastic things.
That's a good idea.
I kind of like the idea of using the selenite to hold the crystals. Selenite clears and recharges other crystals, so I kind of like the idea of using the selenite for that reason to hold the spheres.
Right.
So that is kind of like naturally cleansing them. So this is what the smaller candle holders look like. You can't.
Love.
It's kind of bright here. But they perfectly hold the sphere.
Yeah. So, love. So pretty. And it is becoming the holiday season. So I don't know about anybody else, but I have been out shopping for Christmas presents and birthday presents for months now, because I want to make sure that in case we get locked in, that, I'll have everything that I need. And Mr. Skull is right here. I'm going to sleep with him tonight. He's hanging with me right now. And so he matches my paparazzi necklace.
Nice.
I love the paparazzi. Love it. And
I almost wore my necklace today, like the one you got, the aventurine one. But I think yours, I have the one with the lotus flower, and I think you got the. I
think mine has the pentacle. Oh yeah, so you have these two. I should have just brought everything in here. Oh, and these. I forgot you make these. So this one is going for when she graduates. You made this. And this is going to be going for the graduation gift for my Reiki student, my next Reiki student. Two that are in they're level 2 right now. And I don't know if they're planning on going any farther than that, like getting to the master or not, but this is a graduation present for them. So, and you still make these?
Yeah, I do. I just don't have any hanging. Well, I was doing events like crazy for a little while, and now that I'm not, they're all kind of just packed away.
Yeah. But I love them. I wear them a lot. They were supposed to be gifts, but I kept 3 of them, I believe, for myself. So with the fishing line that they're on, you can't see. So it just looks like you have this rock that's suspended.
Yep. Some people like to hang them in the rearview mirror in their cars too, or in a window, just because you can't see it, so it just looks like the crystal floating there.
Yeah.
So all different uses for those. Too.
And then, so this one, oh no, my earring was stuck to it, which I also got from you. So here's one of my earrings.
I have ones for me too. My amethyst, I have.
Oh yeah. Cool. And then this is that necklace you were talking about. So I think this does have, so this is pretty pretty detailed like the other ones that you have. So this has, I think it's a lotus flower, isn't it?
It looks like.
So
Oh yeah, just like a little.
is?
Let me go grab. I don't. I think it looks kind of like a little daisy
And
thing.
a crystal. And these are all aventurines. And this one.
I have a whole bunch of jewelry here. I have matching bracelets and earring sets, and I have all different earrings and chakra bracelets, all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So here's the other one with the. There we go. The lotus flower.
I didn't realize until right now how much detail is on this.
Yeah,
that's
there's
very
like little.
So these are really nice, and so we'll have to wear ours out so we can be matching.
Yeah.
But I'm not wearing anything with this on it.
Yeah,
So I didn't realize that this has a little, it looks like a looking glass, little one.
Yeah, a little bit, yep, little.
With the flower and then the aventurines. So in the aventurine is to bring like luck and money, right?
Yep, and it can also help with
heart issues, because the heart chakra is green. Well, there's two colors for the heart chakra. So I'm going to sit here surrounded by lots of my little, I still have more. I like this little setup I have here. They are. And I'm so glad that you sell them, because it makes it so easy because you're local, and plus you ship them, right?
Yeah. Selenite, I mean, smaller things, yeah. The big selenite, I don't think anybody's going to want to pay shipping on, because it is really heavy. When we send it back, we bring it in pallets and have it freighted in. And then I drive to Ohio and pick it up from there. But it all gets freighted right to the shop. So, but every piece is handpicked in Tucson. And then, shipped to Ohio, then brought back here. I have a couple of lamps too. I have, I should have done this from my phone so I could have shown you a little better. I have some really neat different clusters. I have some really neat, I have a teal and a magenta, bright, like fuchsia magenta color agate lamp. So it looks like a big slice of agate and with light inside of it. And then two rose quartz ones that are about probably like 6 to 8 inches tall. So they're just like a big lump of rose quartz. They're really pretty.
And it's a lamp?
Yeah. Yep. Kind of like a salt lamp, only made out of rose quartz. It looks a lot like a salt lamp just because of the color.
How have I not seen those? And I've been to your house. Oh my gosh. So
I don't know. They're on the big metal shelf.
You have them on your Facebook page though, pictures of them?
You know what? I might not actually.
You should put pictures of them on your Facebook page.
Yeah. I need to get good pictures of them at night too. The one that I did sell, somebody actually bought for their kid who's having nightmares. Unfortunately, yeah, and they don't get super hot. They get warm, so they're comfortable if you want to touch them, but they don't get super hot. And it was a kid that went through a really bad divorce between his parents, so it worked really well. But I'm trying to think. I really don't think I have pictures of them anywhere. But people seem to really like those, and it's just something different than the, your typical salt lamp.
Yeah, the salt lamps are amazing, and I can say from personal experience that anything, salt lamps, selenite, any of the crystals, anything that comes out of your house has already been given like the work through, so it has good energy.
It gets cleansed and blessed and charged, everything. Yeah. And as I was talking about earlier, they'll talk when I'm walking around the room, and I'll know, somewhat certain, or they want to move. They do get bossy sometimes, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I've been at your house in that room, the teal room where you hold your classes with the big chalkboard. And I know there's been times that I've been in there and I'm like, I got to sit down now. Just
yeah, there's a lot, because there's so many different, I have tons of different tumbled stones too. I mean, not like a huge shop, but I try to find the ones that are a little bit more hard to find around here. So I have some shungite, which went really quick. I only have 2 shungite itty bitty pyramids. They're so cute. I personally like to put them in my water. I have a tall obelisk one that I drink a ton of water, so I put that right in my glass of water. It's really good for radiation and your EMFs, things like that. So a lot of people like to put it in front of their TV or on their computer, on their phone. Nice.
These?
Shungite is
Well, I mean, but
obelisk
obelisk
shape.
like this.
Yeah, shape.
Okay.
Yeah. I just sold my last one and my last 3 big pyramids. I think like 2 weeks ago. So I have these little pyramids left. I think they're. Oh no, I packed them up too. Everybody's going for a field trip, and then when those ones come back, I'll take the other half and then go.
I think that's so awesome. That makes me want to.
Thank goodness my dad bought a
more.
tractor. Somebody was like, "How are you gonna get this all down there?" I'm like, "Well, I was kind of hoping I could just load everybody in a tractor bucket inside their boxes, and so I don't have to carry them all." That's like kind of my plan. He's like, "Okay." You know,
that's a good plan.
Yeah, and I can't carry them all; they're heavy.
So,
Big Blue is with me in that group.
I'm curious. Do you know anything about the physical? I mean, I know the metaphysical purposes of this. Like the fluorite is. That's why I sit here rubbing on my fluorite all the time because it's my hagstone, and I'm, wanted to help me learn and everything. But do you know anything about the physical aspects? Like where do they come from? Do you know? I know about this. I know, like, where does selenite come from?
So I'm trying to think where I got selenite. Actually comes from a few different places, so it depends. The shop we get them from, the people are really fun. I can't think of it off the top of my head. You literally, when we go to Tucson, you meet people from all over the world. It's really neat. Like, it's just so cool to talk to everybody from. They set up these huge tents, like as big as stadiums, and it's just like it'll be one vendor. Some of them have a couple of vendors in them, but it's like you'll see all different selenite people. But I really like the just the quality and the type of items that they have at this vendor that we go to.
Yeah.
Just like I said, it's really hard to find polished things. Like they had polished unicorns and dishes, and I think I sent you pictures of like all sorts of things when I was there.
Oh yeah.
Besides the towers, I have knives. I have like big knives that are carved out of selenite, polished selenite. Those are in the picture box too. But yeah, it's really neat. Like just to see the people, and it's kind of cool to get to see in person the different qualities of the selenite. Like some might be more yellowy tinted and just kind of and then you'll see like a lot of that's why we can't pick the pieces to make sure that they're the clear white and really nice quality.
Oh yeah.
But even like I'm trying to think, like the Shiva Stones, Shiva Lingams are from India, and the guy, he's just so cute. He's about 4 foot tall, and he's just like the sweetest guy.
I love Shiva. Everybody should go get a Shiva stone from you because they work really well with like Kundalini.
They do.
Yeah. I use them for my Reiki sessions. I think I have one right here. I don't know what I did with it. I know it rolls, so I put it somewhere where it wouldn't roll, and now I'm like, but where is it? I can't find it.
Yeah, I have a couple of black ones, and I have a couple of the traditional, swirled brown ones. A lot of people like to use the black ones for grounding or pulling out negative energy, like negative sexual energy, things like that, or blockages. So I have a few of those. I'm trying to think. And like I said, I have the necklaces too. Some people like to wear the little pendant necklace ones. Yeah, I have all sorts of little. I know there's things I'm like forgetting about here.
Oh yeah, you have so much stuff, and
yeah. So I do know I have some. I think I've shown you they're hard to photograph though. That's the problem. The rainbow obsidian, where they look like all black and then they're carved. And I have a few with roses, with hearts and butterflies on them. Yeah. I took a couple. I think I took roses and butterflies down to take pictures in the woods, but they're so pretty. I doubt it's going to show up when but I'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully. So, but I think you said that you have some of these selenites left, right? Look at how that looks like it's electric.
Yeah,
that's so awesome. I have quite a few of those. So these ones,
yeah, you can kind of see it.
Oh
Not
yeah,
that bright, but
with the hearts.
That one actually is kind of bluish gray.
And
the more colors and then the more rare they are.
I did see pictures of this on your Instagram. So your Instagram is also Beyond Earth Healing, right?
Yes. Yep.
So
and yeah, those towers. So I have two different. Let's see here. I have two different options for those, and let's see. I have ones that some people like to keep them by their computer, so it has like a USB. I don't know if you can see. There's like a hole in there.
Oh yeah.
With the cord hole, so that you can. They reflect so much; it's hard to.
I know.
The one like you have, so they're $10 either way.
Which is a perfect gift because that's a good size gift.
Yeah.
That'll go in the bottom of a stocking. That can be a really good gift for like a Secret Santa.
Yeah.
You know.
And you don't have to put a light in these. That's just an option for these ones, whether you want to or not, really.
Yeah.
And then there's just the solid ones that is totally personal preference, honestly. And then this cute, I love this little guy, little double tower.
Yeah, he's cute too. That looks like something that should be in Star Wars.
Right. Reminds me of Wizard of Oz too, like the castle.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, it reminds me of that
it's so mystical looking. It's so mystical looking.
This guy for selenite. Selenite is just a really great, like, such a great master crystal, master healer. It helps cleanse and charge and re-energize. It's just a great one to have around.
Yeah. Look at how beautiful that is.
Yeah, and it's smooth too. It's not like I have some bars which are they're of course the rough like yours is.
Yeah, and sometimes with the bars, sometimes if it's not finished like yours is, which are the stellar ones. I love that one. How much is that?
15.
15 for, okay.
Really?
So hopefully somebody will buy it, so it'll keep me from going over to your house and writing a blank check, and because I'm Christmas shopping too.
Right. Well, you should always buy yourself something when you Christmas shop. That's my theory.
Yeah, I did that last night. I bought some paparazzi jewelry and got myself a set of earrings too.
You got some really fun stuff. I like your paparazzi jewelry.
It's a paparazzi, I'm telling you. I love paparazzi jewelry anyways, but this girl that I just found, or she found me, I don't even remember. I think she sent me a friend request or something. And she has like the best collection of stuff that I've ever seen in paparazzi. I don't know how they order. I'm afraid to start selling it for myself because I'll be just giving everybody like for presents, here's a little string. Right. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have
Well, that's what you asked me if I wanted to go look. I'm like, no, because I don't have self-control. That's one of my, like, even though I always walk barefoot, I love boots, especially my cowboy boots. I know. Dork.
Yes. And that's how I got with the crystals.
Jewelry.
When you started selling the crystals, I was like, oh, here we go. Because I never was really into crystals that much. I know when I learned Reiki and I went through my whole Reiki class, and we had to set crystals at different parts of the body, going all the way down. And I was going, why? Why am I putting a rock there? I don't understand. I almost feel like the crystal is getting in the way of the energy. And then I started playing around with the crystals and I was like, no, it's good. They're like hypnotic. And then,
well, there's times I figured, I'm guessing you probably found that too, that like they might say this one's really good for this one's really good for that. But when you start to work with a specific person, you're like, yeah, they definitely need this here instead. Like sometimes they just call to a whole nother place. Like, that part of them, whether it's physically, mental, emotional, spiritual, like that part of them needs that whole different energy.
Yeah.
And there are times people are too open or too, I don't know if you want to call it vulnerable. Like vulnerable is its own little category, I guess. But there's some people that are just too open. It can be sexually, it can be emotionally, it can be verbally. So sometimes you kind of got to use a crystal to kind of clam that down a little bit. Just
yeah, really. So if you're somebody who just feels like you have a lot of anxiety or something, get my thing back. If you're one of those people, let's say right now with the pandemic and everything happening, everything's shut down, and especially if you happen to be in a red state right now, which are the people that have the high numbers of it. What would you suggest? What do you think they would, if it
I'll
was?
grab a couple, because a lot of this comes to, so there's all different levels of this pandemic going on, right? And some of it's triggering PTSD for people as well. So that's like a whole nother factor, but I'll grab a few things that I do have here because like I said, I have other things that are, those selenite bars too. I just saw my little box, my small box over there. I have mini selenite bars that are like they're like about 2 inches long, and they have the little crystals on them. So every one has its own purpose. Each one has different crystals on it, just like that. Only much smaller. You can fit it in your pocket, put it on your desk, things like that. But let me grab.
I love this so much. Nice. So each one of these selenite bars is unique and different from another one, right?
Yes. Yep.
So cool.
I'm wondering. I have some labradorite here too, but I don't know if we'll get it to show on the camera yet. I have this whole big chart somewhere. I don't know where I had it out, but I think I took it so I could use it during my video at the land. But so this is a green opal. This is really good for emotional balance.
Oh my God.
Kind of a bummer. The colors are absolutely gorgeous in person. I do have some pictures on Instagram and Facebook of them.
That is so pretty. I feel like that's talking to me. So it's round. How big would you say that is? Like a ping pong ball?
It's a little bigger than that. Here, I'll try to hold it in front of my palm so you can.
Okay, so about the size of your palm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And how much is that?
How much these are 8.
8.
And I have the light like that too. The same size where they're wrong way.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They're really, But the green opal, even my mom got one. She was like, as soon as she looked at it, she's like, I need that. I'm like, you don't even like green. She's like, but I love that. So really the green opal, I really like that one. These are, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, nope. These are Damborite. They look a lot like quartz, only they are not. They have a pinkish hue to them. A little bit different shape. I don't know if I can.
They look like quartz crystals. Do you have like a black sheet of paper?
You can. That's what I was just thinking that. I don't know if I don't really have anything here close by. But they have. You really just need good lighting for them. That's the big thing.
We can just set you up with like a photo session.
Right. I don't know if it'll.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yep. It looks way brighter now.
Let's find a bigger one here. Oh, I just closed you.
Oh no.
Are you there?
Here I am.
I saw a crystal on the computer and that was that. So I don't know if you can see that or not.
So which one is that?
This is Damborite. They're really good for letting things go, dealing with trauma, PTSD, emotional release. Really, and a lot of people like them for allergies too.
Really?
Yeah. Same with the lepidolite, the purple, the sparkly purple. Actually, that one kind of matches my shirt.
Oh yeah.
But a lot of people like to use both of those for it. I actually keep one of these. I keep a green opal, a Damborite, and the lepidolite right on my nightstand, and also a cobalite, but I don't have any of those. And a selenite, and then usually my sphere is in my healing room, my big one there. But yeah, right on my nightstand, I keep the lepidolite because MS, nerve disorders,
really?
pain, headache. This one's really good for that. Yeah. So that's why I keep mine right on my nightstand. So yeah, those would be my 3 like really good like for right now dealing with things.
Awesome. I'm gonna hold him right on my. So what about if somebody was going through depression? Maybe they're not feeling like anger. Okay, so what are the emotions that we've come across mostly with this? People are feeling angry. People are feeling depressed. People are feeling like anxiety. Yeah. So everything that you just mentioned is.
I think fluorite would be really good for that too. A lot of the crystals have a lot of overlapping purposes. So I tell people a lot to come see them or ask me for specific pictures of send me a list of what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
Because there's so many things that deal with anxiety. There's so many things that deal with anger, that deal with, mood swings, and they overlap. So just like any, if you will, remedy, whether it's a homeopathic remedy or a medication that you discuss with your doctors, crystals are really no different. We got to find out all the pieces and then pick out something that's good for you. And I get messages like that fairly often of, I'm experiencing this, and this. And sometimes it contains a few crystals that they kind of need. And other times there's just one that, like, a good example is rose quartz. What do you think of when you think of rose quartz?
Love.
Yeah. So a lot of people think of that just for like love and emotion, right? Heart, matters of the heart.
Yeah.
But there's others that like rose agate. There's like the Damborite's really good for that, for mood swings, and some people, they love very intensely, so it turns into a mood swing for them. So there's different factors and different levels of, like, the anger. Is the anger coming because you're over flooded with things and you need to be basically purge it all? Or the stress, the anxiety, does that coming because you're not grounded? Do you need something to help you ground? So that's why it's really helpful to actually just talk about it instead of just going and looking and picking out something.
Yeah.
It's really good to talk about it first, and see how do we narrow it down to get something that's really specific for you. Because it's really common for people to say, well, I have a rose quartz, or I have this because it's supposed to do this, and this. But sometimes there's underlying things. Are your frustrations and anxieties and anger, are they tied to a medical issue? Are they tied to a relationship? Are they tied to work? All that kind of goes into play too. So my biggest suggestion, instead of just saying this was really good for this and this is good for that, and then somebody getting it and saying, yeah, well, it really didn't help me, would be to really just talk about it, reach out and say what would be good for all this. This is what I'm experiencing. And it might not be one thing, but at least it narrows it down. Or instead of buying a whole bunch of them, maybe like the green opal, that's $8, and some people might be used to little tumbled stones that are like $4 or $5. But for that extra couple of dollars, maybe you're getting the right stone for you. So that, I mean, it really varies by person. Everything's individual, just like healing. Whenever we work on healings with people, it's never the same thing.
Right.
It's always something different. So I think it's really important to have the crystal kind of pick the person and the person kind of pick it versus just this is what you need. And how many times have we thought we don't need one and then realize, yeah, this is meant for us. You have to have it.
Like me thinking that I didn't need them, and now I'm sitting here in a rock garden, pretty much, because I have them all over. I have to say, these are my favorite.
The selenite.
I don't know why they're like my favorite.
I have some labradorite. This is labradorite, but I don't know if it'll show. It's not really showing up on here. They're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. They change. It's not really showing up. Like, they'll get really pretty blues and grays and golds and just really gorgeous colors in them. Very translucent, like holographic looking. But it's just really not. It's so hard on here.
Well, you know what? You could just put pictures on this page.
Yeah. Yep, we can do that.
And your business card. So Beyond Earth Healing. I should point out here that on the bottom of the screen here, it's showing Beyond Earth Healing on Instagram with my phone number next to it. But that's just because it's layered with the background. So I apologize for that. That's me.
That's okay.
46784 is me. That's why
we know how to reach each other. So if there's an oops and somebody reaches one or the other, we're not stingy. Yeah. We will direct you to the right person. It's okay.
Exactly. Yep. That'll work. And so you're local. So if anybody was really far away, like out of state, you said you would ship to them or something, unless it's like that big ball because it's too heavy.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to pay the shipping, by all means, I'll ship it to you. I personally can be a bit cheap. I wouldn't pay for it, but I do understand they are hard to find. So if you want it, I will ship it to you, but that part will be definitely at your cost. No, I've shipped to people in Texas and Missouri, Florida, Ohio, and Virginia. So
yeah. And then you probably also take it. So I went to what's that store called? Your
Goddess Elite in Ohio.
Goddess Elite, yeah. So I drove down to Goddess Elite to get that blue star. I don't know what that's made out of. That really cool blue star, but I know you go down there a lot, so maybe you could take them with you and have
Absolutely.
people come to the store and get them.
And a lot of times, I should point that out too. If you're looking something specific, and there's the Goddess Lead shop has pretty much anything and everything you could possibly think of. So if you're looking for something and you're not finding it around here and I don't have it, I can absolutely reach out to her. And when I make, obviously trips have been a little sparse this last few months, but
Yeah.
I can absolutely arrange to pick up something from her. If there's a piece that you don't, I know you specifically wanted to go see the shop, and I was working at the winery that weekend and all.
Yeah.
And it is a gorgeous
came
shop.
up in my Facebook memories, that was today.
Yeah, you shared.
Yeah, came up in my Facebook memories. That's so awesome.
It was supposed to be this coming up Saturday. I'm so bummed out because I absolutely love that event. I love working with the shop in general. I love going there to do readings and healings. I love being part of her fairs that she does. Every October, there was a holistic health and healing expo. Absolutely amazing. It was in an indoor soccer plex and 2 huge indoor soccer fields.
Awesome.
It was awesome. And unfortunately, it kind of sounds like that's not going to happen either this year. But I don't know. It's kind of a bummer, but things will work out the way they're supposed to be.
Yep. They will.
I can encourage you to go pick up, stuff from her shop if you're not finding something around here. She's got some really unique pieces that you're just not going to find anywhere. Everything from just angel work to more religious things to witchcraft. Yeah.
Yeah, she had tons of pagan things, tons of witchcraft things. She did have some Christian relics. I think I saw some Mother Mary, Blessed Mother stuff there. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. She has some amazing, gorgeous statues, all different, your Buddhism, Hinduism, all that, different prayer candles. She has a tremendous amount of local artists work, so like handmade soaps, things like that, handmade or hand-carved crystals with custom designs on them. So all sorts of, she really supports local business too, and local artisans. So I have my wreaths. I don't think, probably can't see it from here.
I love your
crescent moon. Yeah, I have the crescent moon ones. So she has some there at the shop, and then I'm actually working on some more of those soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have these wreaths that are crescent moon shaped of the grapevines, and they have big flowers and crystals and feathers and stuff in them. So each one's different.
They're so beautiful. I'm working on our living room. I was just telling David last night that I think that our living room is going to be an extension of my office now because I just have so much stuff in here. So it's going to have to start spilling out into there.
Isn't it funny how crystals do that? Like, oh, I don't really need them. I'm like, oh, I can't get rid of this one. Oh, I really like that one. Next thing you know, I was like, I have my bedroom, my bathroom. I have some around my bathtub. I have some of the forms, which I don't really have. I think I have a rose quartz flame left. That's about 5 or 6 inches tall. No, I just sold that. I have a carnelian one that's about 4 inches tall, I believe, a carnelian flame. But I have some, I have a blue calcite, and I have a couple other, bigger, forms that I have around my bathtub.
Is it hard for you to separate with them?
Some of them, yeah, and some are just I know they're not meant for me, they're meant for somebody else. The Shiva Stones I'm not really strongly drawn to, but as you know, Kundalini just doesn't really resonate with me all that well.
Yeah, that's true.
But I know they're really hard for people to find around here, especially quality ones. So that's why I brought them back. So
I want to find my Shiva Stone. I know it's around here somewhere. I think but I said it where it wouldn't roll is what it is. Here it is. I think it's heavy. So you have more of these, right? This is my personal Shiva Stone. But at Beyond Earth Healing, you can find more of these awesome things. So this is really, you said this is quartz crystal that rolled up in the sand, and that's the shape of it. Did you tell me that, or did I read it?
No, I did not tell you that.
Okay.
But I know there's different.
I read it, though.
And it kind of depends on your belief, too, because in some of there's the scientific part to it, right? And then there's the whole mystical, spiritual belief of how they're formed and why. So that's kind of there's actually quite some debates about that out there. Kind of like the Adam and Eve versus, one of those kind of things. So, that's when I would tell you to take your own stance on it, just like evolution or Adam and Eve and all that. So,
well, I love mine. What I use mine for is depending on the person, I don't always use it for everybody, but if people especially are asking me if they can, awaken their or heal their Kundalini, because everybody can have their Kundalini awaken, what's the word? Wake it up. It can get woken up, waked up, whatever the word is. But if it's done with illegal drugs or excessive alcohol, anything in excess that's dangerous to you, that'll wake up your Kundalini. So you need it to get healed.
Right.
That's really good for this. So I'll put it down by, the person's base of their spine down there, or, somewhere where it's near there, where their Kundalini starts to uncoil. And I'll use that for the Reiki sessions. And I've heard nothing but good stuff. So, and I also have a little teeny tiny football one, because this was at your house for the longest time, sitting on your shelf with this. And I kept saying, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then I was dreaming about them. So I went back and got them. I needed them.
It's funny how many I'll have, and it's like they just have the right person. I had the hazmat hands. Do you remember those that I had? The candle holders, the salt.
Yeah.
And then I did that event in Lockport at the that Veterans Center thing, and the lady bought all of them. I had them for like a year, and the lady came and she's like, I want all of those. And it's really interesting, because I found that since I started, getting the crystals in, how something will be, I'm like, I'm never going to get those again, or I'm not, maybe that was, but it's like the right person finds it. And like, that was the last one of the Shiva Stones. And it was like, obviously it was meant for you, because I sold all the other ones. And to me, that was my favorite one. I was kind of like, honestly, I was almost going to keep that one. Because
I love my Shiva
But I keep telling myself, I'm like, I can't keep everything I bring home. I just can't.
You can come visit it whenever you want. You can visit the stone in Paco. I haven't even heard from Paco since I've been in here. She must be sleeping.
I'm afraid of Paco.
Yeah, she must be sleeping.
I was so excited to meet Paco.
Everybody's excited to meet Paco. Well, when you come over, she'll be in the cage. I can't let her out of the cage when anybody is here. Our little niece, who's 4.
I wanted to hold her and I wanted to feed her, and I'm like, no, I'm afraid she's going to gouge my eyes out.
She would probably try. She's very, very protective. Well, you heard how she was when we were on the phone. She was sitting on my shoulder while we were on the phone, and because she heard your voice. She was squawking. She was really mad. She does the same thing with my mom. She doesn't want anybody near me. And it's so funny, because I started collecting feathers. How long ago was I I wanted a feather from a hawk and a feather from an owl, so that I could make something to clear negative energy. I think I wanted to read it too. I was looking for one for somebody and I couldn't find one. It could have been me, because I wanted, here's the funny thing. I wanted very territorial and protective birds, so that I could make a fan to smudge in my house, so that it would keep everybody away who didn't need to be here, keep all negativity away. And I did get the feathers. I didn't get my owl and hawk feather, but I got other really cool feathers from like roosters and stuff. People were gifting me feathers. I got a crow feather. Somebody gifted me.
Roosters can be vicious. Like, they can be straight up like guard dogs.
Yeah. And a stranger came up to me and said, "Here, I have a feather for you." And cool. I think it's a crow. So, and that was awesome. But then I just get gifted this bird, rehomed this bird who's like, well, now nobody's coming in. She is the picture of territorial and protective, and everything that I wanted in those feathers. I got, like, I manifested this bird. It's kind of weird how it happened, but now
and bright colors instead of like naturey colors, because you're all about bright colors like I am. So it's like you got the bright colors and all the protective. And
yeah, she's beautiful. She has blue feathers and green feathers and red feathers and yellow. She's so pretty.
Hi, buddy.
Oh, hi,
she is. She's really pretty. He's right back up and like, hi.
He's so happy.
Have you ever shared your story about Paco? Like, yeah, he's happy to be back from the vet. He's like, where are you going, buddy? Your Paco that was a he is now Princess Paco, because that's kind of a funny story.
I don't know if I did, but I'll be happy to say it again. So, one of my coworkers had a bird and said that he needed to rehome a bird because at the time that he needed to rehome her, our plant had just gotten done with a strike. And when we went back from the strike, General Motors said, well, congratulations on the strike. Now you're going to be here for the whole rest of your life. Get used to it. Say goodbye to your family and friends, your animals, your home, because you're going to be in the plant all the time. So the coworker of mine had Paco and was looking for a home for her. And he didn't know at the time that she was a girl. So he posted on Facebook that he was looking for a home for her. So I showed David the picture because David wanted the bird really bad. I never even owned a bird. So, and I kept telling you, I don't think it's a good idea. Huh?
David's bird.
David's bird. So anyway, so my coworker was going to give Paco to somebody else. And then he said he changed his mind and he got a hold of me and said we could have him. So when we went over to there to pick Paco up, I said, well, what happened to the other lady? And he said, I just changed my mind. I would rather that you have her. I'm not sure that I trust her enough. I went, okay.
Because everybody's spoiled at your house. All your critters are like the most spoiled critters ever.
This is true. This is very true. I have been spoon feeding my cat baby food. Very true. But so we got Paco, and I asked him if Paco was a girl or a boy, and he said he didn't know. The only way you can know with a conure is to get them DNA tested. So obviously we're not going to do that. So my husband, who was supposed to be she was supposed to be his bird. So he was working a lot and stuff. So I was home because I'm on disability right now. So I was home talking to the bird all the time because I was so afraid of her. And one day I just went to take her dish out. I was trying to do it real sly. She didn't see me, but she saw me open up the side of the cage and take the bowl out. And I just wanted to give her fresh water. I should have used like a water thing, for flowers, watering can. So, but it all worked out. So, but she ended up crawling out and I was going, oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. But she really liked me because I had been sitting every day. I would go and I would sit with her 2 hours every day next to her cage and I would talk to her. So how was your day? Here's what I saw today. The Kardashians was on, and I would just sit and talk to her. And she would she would talk back with me, and I thought that was cool. She was keeping me company, and I would play my phone. I would play ABBA on my phone, and I would just put YouTube ABBA on, and I would set it down next to the cage so she could hear it. And I would go and do the dishes and stuff. Oh, and there was a music box. I got her own special music box. It was tall, and I would wind up the bottom, and she would listen to it, and then before you know it, she started coming out and sitting on me and stuff. And I kind of got used to her and, started petting her and talking to her. And now David can hardly touch her. And she has to be in a good mood for David to pet her. And
we know for sure she's a she.
And so we found out that she is definitely a she because I noticed that she started shredding up paper. And I wasn't sure if she was eating it or what was happening. So I would just give her sheets of paper. And then I noticed she was making a whole nest on the bottom of her bird cage, which apparently Craig, the guy who used to own her, didn't do that. He would just let her sleep on the perch. I think that's kind of cruel, but I've never had a bird before, so I wouldn't want to sleep on a stick. But so
I don't have that kind of balance. I had to fall and whack my head on something.
I know. I don't have feathers. I can't. I just be wobbling. I fall on my head. Just see my little legs sticking out. So. But so anyways, so she made herself a nest on the bottom of the cage and ended up laying 3 eggs. So I took a picture of the eggs and sent a text to Craig saying, Paco is a girl. She just laid these eggs. And Paco's 15. Well, now she's 16. So he had her for 13 years. Someone else had her for 2 years before that. And she never laid an egg. She never made a nest. She never did any of that. She just slept on the stick. So I'm thinking.
Can you imagine having it inside you all this time? Like, what the heck?
I don't know. Is that what happens? Do they just make eggs for no reason?
I don't. Well, I know like they'll lay unfertilized eggs. Like chickens will do it and stuff too, but like I don't understand like how painful did it have to be? I'm sure the body still goes through that, right? We need a bird expert. If there's any bird experts out there, if you could just like chime in.
Right. Yeah, the guy at the pet store, he told me a little bit because he told me what kind of bird she was, and she's a golden crown conure. So I guess it's different than most of the conures, and he said they're kind of expensive. And I really hate hearing the stories about everybody whose birds are flying away because I would cry. I would cry if she flew away. All these people are losing their beautiful birds. I don't know how they're flying out of the house. Maybe it's because their kids are home and the cages are being open more often.
Right.
Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But it's sad.
Good escape artists. Birds are pretty smart.
Yeah, Paco is very smart. She can open up her little door on her cage. She can unlock it and open it and fling the door open. And there's been a couple times that I've covered up her cage thinking that she was in there, and she was out all night because she opened up the door by herself.
Little stinker.
And never went back in. Yeah, she doesn't know how to get back under the blanket to figure that part out. But
or you don't think she does. She just doesn't want to show you.
Yeah, one of these days she's going to like land in bed with me and I'm going to roll over on her. That'll be bad.
Yeah, that would be bad.
But I'm glad that you are sharing all of your crystal stuff with us. So everything's pretty much affordable. So think about Christmas time because these babies right here, this is a good hunk of salt, really. It's selenite. And
same with the halite. The pink halite's part of the salt family too.
Yeah, this is a perfect gift for people who have not been into crystals before and are not sure because it's not break the bank expensive, but it's very pretty and it's a good paperweight. It's solid.
It's free. Right.
What?
A lot of crystals need to be it's maintenance free too. A lot of crystals have to be cleansed, charged, all of that, and selenite doesn't. It does it all on its own and helps other crystals. So it's a really great beginner stone, whether you're getting into healing work or clearing work or just because you just want it. I have a fair amount of people, kind of a little shout out to a friend in Texas who wasn't into crystals and ordered one and keeps it on his desk all the time and really likes having it there now. Never thought he would. Yeah. But he saw one of the spheres when I brought it back from Arizona and hemmed and hawed for months and months. And I was like, you got to send that to me. I have to have that. And I don't know why. And got it and loved it even more in person. So, yeah, you just don't, like, they kind of pick you. It's kind of like our pets. They pick us, right?
Yeah, that's true, too. Just like your pets. Awesome. So let's see. So Beyond Earth Healing on Instagram. So if anybody wants to go and add you on Instagram, or Beyond Earth Healing on Facebook. And so you have lots and lots of things that you can talk about and teach people about. You teach your classes and you have your healing sessions and your reading sessions and your
most of it can be done remotely or in person. So
yep. And would you consider yourself a mystic?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Right? I pretty much am, aren't I?
I think you are, but I think
that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite songs to Into the Mystic.
That's a song?
Yeah.
I never heard it. Who sings it?
What? Van Morrison. Really? I love Van Morrison in general. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, because you're like a biker girl, so you know about all that stuff. I know about Beethoven, and I know about John Denver. I don't know about Van Morrison. Not even now. Not even going through my own.
I think you would if you heard some of his songs, like Brown Eyed Girl.
Oh, is that who sings that?
Yeah, the original one, yeah.
Yeah, I know that song. It's like the ultimate wedding song.
Yeah, he sings like a lot of like not spiritual or religious, but spiritual, like the Into the Mystic and things like that, where like that whole metaphysical spiritual type thing. I would love, one of my things that I would absolutely love to find, which I don't think exists because I did a lot of searching for years and I kind of gave up on it, is his own story, his own spiritual experience, his own, out of body experiences, like a diary, basically. I mean, there's his biographies and all that stuff, but I would love to know his like whole
Yeah.
like our experiences that we lived through. I would love to know that from him because some of that stuff's in his songs, and I would just love to know his experiences with it.
I didn't know Van Morrison was a guy. I thought Van Morrison was like the name of a band, like Steely Dan or Pink Floyd. Is Steely Dan a guy, or is that a band?
I don't know if it's a guy or a guy in
a
band.
Pink Floyd,
so that. Right?
Or
yeah,
Led
he was
Zeppelin.
actually knighted by the Queen of England as Sir Van Morrison. So because of his, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I don't know too much more about him, but yeah, like I just
because of his songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I guess some of the other work that he did and stuff. So yeah, I don't know, kind of.
Oh, no wrinkle in my brain. So Van Morrison is one guy, and he's English on top of that. Wow. I need to go having chicken wings with your family more often because I can learn all this stuff. Even though I'm like anti-chicken wing now. Ever since I got Paco, I can't deal with the chicken wing. I had one yesterday though.
You cheater.
Yeah.
But totally different from, I don't even think I'm actually curious now, but I'm 99% positive he's not related to Jim Morrison, like from The Doors, like that guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jim Morrison was American.
Right.
I mean, I guess it could be from different countries.
From Northern Ireland. I was thinking he wasn't from England, but he was knighted by the Queen of England.
No way. Oh, I should know that. Oh, all of my Northern Irish ancestors are in shame right now.
He grew up Catholic just like the rest of us. And then look what happened.
You know what? I bought myself, can you see it on here? I bought myself that rosary. I don't know the rosary.
Oh, yeah.
But it's it glows in the dark too.
Sorry, I'm all up in everybody's cameras right now. That's really, really pretty. I didn't put my glasses on, so everybody's getting a good look at my eyeball while I'm trying to look at your rosary.
I went to Fatima Shrine yesterday, me and David, and they had rosaries there that are like 3 feet long. So I think I want to learn the rosary. That's him?
Yeah, well,
he looks like Beetlejuice. He looks like Beetlejuice. Doesn't he?
Yeah, with that suit, yeah, for sure. And that's like older. Wrong way. But yeah, he's one of my absolute favorite singers. That's my Kayla bath time meditation with my crystals music.
Oh, cool. Van Morrison. I'm gonna look it up. Van Morrison
the Fatima Shrine is like a gorgeous place, and I'm not really religious, but it's just a really pretty place.
It is. Yeah, it was very nice. We ran in and real quick we're like going through. We looked like Sheldon, all the kids on Sheldon.
I've never been in the gift shop part of it or the cafeteria part or anything. It's never been open when I was there, so.
Yeah, I have never been into the cafeteria, but I've been in the gift shop because I've gotten lots of things for people there, and that's where I go and get my holy water from.
Oh, nice.
You can buy the holy water for like $1.75 a bottle.
I can't figure that out, like, because a lot of spiritual stores will sell it is like super expensive for the itty bitty bottle of holy water. I'm like, I feel like it just became unholy.
You can exactly, yeah. These ones are, you get the bottle and then you kind of turn on the tap and put your holy water in it, so you can bring your own bottle back if you want to.
Oh, nice!
And just pay for the water. Cool. Yeah, I'm so fancy. My chair's on wheels.
Mine's not. I'm used to having it too. If you can't tell, because I keep going to move, and I'm like, nope. I'm just on one of the waiting room chairs, and I keep going to like move, and it's like, no, I got to move my whole body, not the chair.
Yeah. Oh well.
And I got Loki down here who's chewing on
my feet. Is Loki sleeping? Hi, Melissa. My cat's telling me that I'm on her chair. She's meowing at me.
I give him a little bop on the head because he was biting my ankles like really, really hard, like really hard. It was kind of hard. That's why I kept bending down like this, because he was, I think he was really excited to be back home, and he was just gnawing on my leg and my foot, and I was kind of over it.
Yeah. He wants your attention. He wants some loving.
He's right there.
Loki. Aw, there him is. Hi, Loki. Okay, good night, Loki. All right, bye.
He's like, He's like, if I can't chew on the feet, I don't want to be here. Goodbye.
He stuck his leg up and everything. Talk to the foot. That's so funny.
He's got a lot of personality in that little package.
Yeah. So, well, I'm really glad that you came on here and did this, and you made me feel a lot better. I was very uneasy being here on my own, and my first time being on here forever. Like the last couple times that Beck wasn't on here with me, I knew she'd be coming back. So I appreciate you coming on here and helping me keep
everything happens for a reason. So
everything happens for a reason. This is true. And what better conversation? And what?
So you're a really good host. You did really good when you were with the Rift, and you were co-host with Lisa on her show. Well, rest her soul.
Thank you.
But you were really good. Like, you found some good guests. You asked great questions. So yeah, I think it's a good thing for you to be doing. And you are always about giving awareness to this area and groups for this area, and bringing up Niagara County.
We need it.
Yeah. So it's a good thing, and people need that. Besides, I think it'll be really interesting because you were talking about let's do a medical show because we have so many medical issues. But I think it's pretty interesting. Besides some of the other issues in the area, how many of the people in this area have severe medical issues that are undiagnosable, that are super rare, things like that, and how many of us have them, all from this area. So that's kind of something that'd be interesting to talk about too, or get other people's input, whether it's in the over, I don't know what side it is on your guys' screens, that way, the comments.
That way. That way? No, that way. Okay. That's weird because it's over here, but not on the camera. It's over here.
Wherever your comments are, it'd be cool to hear from people, and maybe
you want to make a turn there.
Right. But it'd be really interesting because I think that's a big problem with the energy in this whole area is the funk that it creates, and which one comes first, like kind of the chicken or the egg thing, right? Did the medical issues come first, or did the energetic issues come first to create the medical issues?
Yeah.
And so
yeah,
that'd be kind of neat.
Yeah. So when I'm doing those, because you're definitely going to share with us about your mitochondrial, right? Mm-hmm. And then
the genetic freak that I am. Yeah.
The genetic freak that you are. But that makes you special. That's why I like you, because you're a genetic freak.
Borderline
freak.
I just gotta own it. Just gotta own my.
Gotta own it. Everybody's got to let your.
Be careful what you ask for. I wanted to be a Ninja Turtle when I was a kid and a Care Bear. You know how they always ask you, like when you're in school up until like a certain grade, like what do you want to be when you grow up? A Care Bear. What do you want to be? A Ninja Turtle. Like those are the things I wanted to be when I grew up. Now I'm like a genetic mutant and I heal people. So it's like, be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you put out in the universe. I'm a good example of that because I'm a genetic mutant, like a teenage mutant Ninja Turtle. and well, I don't know that my healing. Yeah. I don't really like beam anything out of my stomach, but I mean, I guess it makes noises when I do healing sometimes. But
it comes out of their heart, doesn't it?
Exactly. I don't know, like their whole core. Like,
oh, their core. Oh, I never thought of that. I didn't know about
their whole. Isn't it their whole like? Ooh, their whole like
their belly, aura. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right. I used to have a collection of Funshine bears everywhere. I had like 100 Funshine bears. My kids hated them because one of them was like 3 feet tall, and I drove with him in my car. When my kids were with me, hilarious. He was strapped in my passenger seat. I love that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I had a collection of happy faces back then. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They eventually got released away.
Aww.
I had little ones, but then I had gigantic ones too. And at my office, at my desk, when the job that me and Dr. Mystical worked at together, there was my whole cubicle was all happy faces. And the irony was that the girl who worked right on the other side of the wall for me collected notes. She wore black all the time, and she put white stuff on her face to make herself look gothic, and she collected like 8 balls and skulls and everything. And then there was me.
Daisies, peace signs, happy faces, rainbows.
I had the beanie with the propeller. It's all one time. Here, anybody want candy? Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
people say to me.
great.
They're like,
She's
you're always so
going,
like, I don't know. I don't know. It makes me happy. I don't care if it's stupid. I just, and it usually cheers
Yeah.
other people up too. Like they just are like, oh, glad somebody's doing that because I wouldn't.
yeah. Everybody needs some happiness, and I didn't care. Sometimes it was fun having my little happy faces around because if people didn't like it, and if I was PMSing or whatever, I'd be like moving my little sunshine bear closer to them. So
Really?
if they looked up, it would be closer. Every time they looked up, it was close, close, close. Hi.
That's something I would do too. Slightly passive aggressive, but entertaining at the same, entertaining and harmless.
Oh well, not a problem with me. I'm all smiles. It's all good. You're the angry one. Well, passive aggressive. Yes, you're right. It was funny.
Okay.
And he gave me my over there, the happy face ball. I showed you that, right?
Yeah, I
It's
remember
like
that.
an 8-ball. Yeah. But when you shake it up, it says like your breath is so minty fresh and have you lost weight? You look really good today. Your hair looks great. It says all this stuff.
See if I lost weight. Like,
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna keep asking.
Well, you know what? I think some of the water evaporated out of it because when you shake it now, you hear it going thunk, thunk, thunk. But it's so a happy face. So it's not as fun as it used to be, but it's still a happy face. So it's all good. Anyways, okay. So it's been like an hour and a half. We should probably wrap this up. So, but thank you for being on here with me. And so hopefully the people that watch us will go to Beyond Earth Healing on Facebook or Beyond Earth Healing on Instagram. There you go. Perfect. Just like that. And where did it go? Beyond Earth Healing on Instagram. I can't find it now.
I see it in your comments. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I have the numbers for crisis services.
I don't think I can't type in the comments, I don't think, right? I don't think it lets me.
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
Beyond Earth Healing on Instagram. There it is. And that's how people can find you and buy your all pretty little baubles.
Yep. Feel free to ask questions about them. Find out what's right for you. Better to know than to just guess. So. Yeah.
Who would want a cat like this?
I have a couple sitting here. I have a pirate one too. That one's pretty heavy for a little cat. It's a little bit bigger than those ones, but it's like a carved pyrite one. So
Pyrite?
Yeah, like the fool's gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pyrite. It says made in somewhere. I can't read it's not China.
I think
I can't read it.
Is that Brazil? I almost tipped the computer over.
Peru, maybe? I'm not wearing my glasses.
Yeah, Peru. Yeah, because I
Made in
think the
Peru.
other.
So you can buy one of these at Beyond Earth Healing. Little kitty cat. And how much are these? Roundabout?
I think around 6 or 8.
6. Look how affordable that is. Very good for Christmas shopping. Halloween is coming.
Yeah.
Yep. So you got lots of these. The selenite in various shapes and sizes.
Yeah, pretty much from $5 up into like $60, which would be like the big lamp, like the one in the middle.
Yeah. Yep. The one that has the light in it that's changing colors. So that's very affordable.
I should turn the light off quick before we go so people can see the.
Oh yeah, you should. Because they're so pretty up there. Look at that. Look at that.
Can you see
That's
them
so
okay?
beautiful. Yeah, they're beautiful. It looks like a forest of trees. We have ours in our kitchen, so it's the first thing you see when you walk in.
This one down here, I'll kind of like wave my hand in front of it.
Yeah.
That one just has a regular like the flameless candle in there, but it flickers, so it's kind of like soothing.
Yeah.
Because it's just a warm light instead of color changing light, but
that's beautiful. And that one's selenite too?
Yep, those are all selenite. It's just personal preference of the. I started doing the candles instead of the lamps because I don't like cords everywhere. It's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah.
And a lot of the places in my personal home, I wanted to put them where there wasn't outlets. so I'm like, that's really stupid. I should just go get, because I had cords and extension cords, and or I would just, decide to put it somewhere that I didn't really want it, just so I could plug it in.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't I just get the candles? And then I was like, I like colorful things like you do, so I'm like, hell yeah, color changing candles.
Yup.
So that's kind of, but yeah, I like that. I keep one in my healing room, one of the color changing ones. I have one in my living room, and then I have a small one in my bedroom with just the regular, like that little one right here.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit smaller. And it has one of the warmer light candles in it.
Very cute. Yeah, those are awesome. So the selenite you can buy at Beyond Earth Healing that Reverend Kirby has handpicked, and these things that you made, right? You have a whole bunch of these
little mini ones that are about like 2 inches long, like those that have crystals on them too.
Awesome. I love this so much. This has been on many videos for this because I just sit here rubbing it. And so the amethyst, do you have any of these left?
No skulls besides the quartz, the titanium quartz ones that change colors, and little tiny soapstone ones. I'm thinking amethyst.
Okay.
I really just have clusters, like different clusters of, and some tumbled stone. Amethyst goes pretty quick.
Yeah, like this guy.
Yeah, I should have, I looked at more points like that this year, and I'm like, oh, I should get some. Oh, I shouldn't. I hesitated. I even went back to the place they had where those ones were from. They had the really nice, rich purples in them. The different, you can tell a lot by amethyst, a lot of the crystals, by how rich the colors are, by how, solid the colors are. Not solid, like opaque, but just, there's just a lot of different things to learn about the quality of crystals. So when you find a place that's really good with one thing, they might not have good selenite, but they might not have good amethyst. They might not have good citrine, but they have good, whatever, obsidian. So it was really neat to go pick out all those things and be selective about it. But I really kind of wish I would have brought back some amethyst, because I kind of sold off what I did have from last year.
Yeah.
Early on in this year, and I'm like, why didn't you sell last year? You wait till I get back, and now you. But I wish I would have brought more of those back. It's just that one sat forever, but I think that was the purpose. It was meant for you. So I think had I bought other ones and brought them back, maybe they would have sold. I think that one was just supposed to be, it was waiting for you. So many people, I had so many people hold that and look at it and just, I like that too. I was so surprised when you said you wanted a skull. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, not like me at all.
No, I sent you pictures of like hearts and what else. I sent you like everything. You're like, I like the skull. I'll go back to the skull.
Yeah. Put them on my head.
Yeah.
Oh. And hi Melissa. Hi Melissa Melanie. And then these guys, you have more of these guys, right?
Yeah, I have the bear. I have a bigger. I think yours might be the bigger size one. I have 2 of the smaller bowls, I think, and 1 or 2 of the bigger ones. The bear, that's bloodstone, and I have like tumbled bloodstone too.
Yeah, he's very cool.
Those are African bloodstone, so they have the clear spots in them. And the other bloodstone I have is the I'm drawing a blank here right now. But it's more the pure original bloodstone. Can't think of where it's from off the top of my head right this minute, but it was really hard to find, and it's a bit pricey because it's very rare. Where the African bloodstone is like a little more affordable, same purposes. It's really just a personal thing. But yeah, they're both bloodstone, and it's whether you want an animal or the tumbled one that you could easily put in your pocket, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I like the animal, and I use them for heart chakra because I put the quartz crystal, the rose quartz here, and then that. Okay, I guess it would be on this side, but I put him on the heart also. So very cool. And then so these things you have, right? And that one has my hair stuck in it. And oh yeah, the ones that I pulled out of here, it's going to take me 20 years to get it back in. These are awesome, and I hope a lot of people buy these because I want to see a lot of people wearing them because they're just so cool. And that.
Floating crystal, yeah. I don't think I have any more. I'm trying to think. The rose quartz and amethyst went really quick, so I'm trying to think if I have any of those left.
I have a rose
But-
quartz one. I believe I have an amethyst one. I have a smoky quartz one. And what's this one?
I
What's
can't
that?
really tell.
Smoky quartz also. I think it is smoky quartz because
I can't tell if
that's
it's
why
blue
I
because
got
I had one that was like I had one that was like a darker blue, but I'm almost positive you stuck with the smoky quartz for its proper like for the clearing and protection and grounding and all that.
Yeah. Well, and it's
Um,
projective. I wanted to give it to this one. I have two people that are in level 2, and this one who's the closest to graduating, I got it for her because it's projective stone.
Nice. Perfect.
So that's the intent. So well,
Yeah,
thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you. We're both apparently it's time to go because we're both
fleas. Yeah. Itching our fleas at the same time. Oh yeah, my cat jumped up, your cat jumped up. Look at her.
Right. Is that like our cue? Is that like the sign language to go? Like, time to go.
Gotta go. Gotta go. All right. Well, this is fun, and we'll probably get a lot of views on the replay because I came on at a weird time, and we'll see.
Well, thank you for waiting for me for another thing because I was picking up my little fur ball from the vet. So thank you for waiting.
Loki comes first. The kids come first, for sure.
Yeah.
So this was fun. So I don't know if anybody's even still on here with us, but if you're still on here, thank you.
Hey,
And
thank you. Bye.
if you're watching this on the replay, thank you. Give me their comments because I want to know if this is, if we're gonna if it's gonna be appealing to people without Beck being here. So sometimes it's gonna be me, and I know there's gonna be other times that Reverend Kirby's gonna be here, and we'll have to see how it goes. I have a platform now. I want to try to do something with it.
Maybe some topics you'd want to hear about or things, concerns in the community, medical things. I don't know. It'd be nice to hear from people what.
Yep. Comments.
Yes.
We need
like,
that.
Share, comment. Like, share, comment.
Like, share, comment. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is on YouTube also. I always forget this. If you're watching this on YouTube, go down there, like, share, comment, all the things. Share. So, and tell people about our group and about Beyond Earth Healing, where you can get the crystals and the lessons and the healings and the readings.
From both of us with that stuff, lessons, healings, readings.
True.
We'll get you all fixed up.
We'll get you all fixed up. So, okay, everybody, have a good night, and I'll be back next week, I think, with Katie from, I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing next week because it's still, the whole thing's up in the air. So,
yeah.
But I'll be back next week.
Tentatively with Katie from In Our Time, a local Niagara County group. So.
Yeah. And if she comes on, you can be on here too. But I don't know what day, I don't know what time. Everything's up in the air now because I have, freedom to be a little bit more adjustable.
Right.
So we'll see what.
It's like taking your bra off. Woo!
Woo! Which is going to happen in like 3 minutes.
Or mask in 2020, I guess, right?
Or a mask in 2020. You're right. Yep. Oh, well. Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Sometime. I'll be back. Not sure when. I'll be back, though. All right. Good night, everybody. Okay. You don't have to hang up. Okay.